MBC's on, you right there, watch it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the first edition of this year's NBC News. I'm Gabby Affatato.
And I'm Luca Tal.
You know what? I'm really excited to be back.
I am too. We've had a lot of changes to the broadcast, and I'm excited for people to finally see them.
We've also had a lot of changes to the outside world, not just revolving around this high school.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on teachers right now to lead kids in the right direction.
Not only on teachers, but also on students that want to pursue teaching as their careers.
Lacey Dahl sat down with Teachers Academy students to find out why they still want to pursue teaching as a career.
Sometimes you have to wonder why they do it. They're the target of nasty headlines, protests, school violence, political agendas, and opinionated talk show hosts on cable news television. They're teachers, and they're quitting the profession in droves. During and after the pandemic, many teachers decided enough is enough and turned in their resignations in school districts across the country. Despite the headlines, these young people still want to be teachers. That includes the students who are part of the Teachers Academy program at Mason High School. These young teachers in training are witnessing firsthand the challenges that lie ahead as they pursue their career in a classroom.
My personal concerns for the future of teaching is that the lack of compensation or the lack of support from the community members or administration, it burns teachers out, and not being paid well enough or just receiving basic things that they ask for leaves teachers unmotivated to keep coming back or to stay with their classrooms all year because it's a hard job and people don't think it's a hard job.
Trying to get teachers into the school building is a lot harder now than it used to be. I feel like the pandemic definitely played a big role in that, and even here it's affected Mason. Like, I know last year they had a really hard time getting subs into the classroom, and there was often times where, classes had to be in the auditorium because there was no subs to, cover those teachers that couldn't make it in.
Many of these academy students are aware that even political influences are finding their way into the classroom, which makes teaching even more difficult.
Some classes are going to have a harder time because, with the different things teachers are allowed to and not allowed to teach. I want my classroom to be one that is diverse and one that, welcomes and includes all people. And, I just feel like, yes, obviously it's not something we can ignore, but I just don't think that when it's in the classroom, it has to be in a way that polarizes and separates people.
They're aware that teaching comes with challenges, but these Teacher Academy students have no plans to give up their dreams.
At least for me, one of the reasons I want to go into teaching is to have the personal connection with students and be able to see them every day and have one-on-one conversations. I'm personally motivated because I don't see myself doing anything other than teaching. I want to be in a classroom. I want to be there for students. I basically want to be the person in the building that I never had growing up.
Making a difference in a kid's life, whether it be one or all of them. Some kids come from different backgrounds. Some kids come from different settings at home where they might not have people at home who truly love them or see them as who they are. I think just going in and loving your kids with your whole heart, I think that's one of the biggest things that you can do as a teacher and one of the most motivating things that you can do.
Students at Teacher Academy get the opportunity to observe and assist in classrooms throughout the school district. They get to learn firsthand from these experienced teachers who are touching lives of many students. Despite some of the negative news coming out about the teaching profession, these future teachers hope to someday be a part of the new wave of educators making a difference in students' lives in this noble profession. I'm Lacey Dahl, NBC News.
Luke, we're really lucky to have the teachers we do here in Mason.
Yeah, our teachers are very special.
It's really cool to see them pursue things outside of just teaching.
Mr. Bud Strudoff is a great example of that.
Oh, with Cincy Sammy's?
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people really like it.
I mean, I do.
Ava Heard of Lindy stopped by to see how well things are going.
While many teachers across the country spent their remote time during the COVID lockdown planning out Zoom classes and creating online lessons, one Mason staff member was busy flipping his kitchen into a cookie empire. Social studies teacher Bud Strudoff opened up his own ice cream sandwich shop in downtown Mason, and now business is taking off, which is exactly what Strudoff has to do at the end of the school day when he heads to his second job.
So Cincy Sammy's is an ice cream sandwich shop and cookie bakery in downtown Mason. I've always kind of baked a little bit. It was a big part of our family growing up, and then when we all got kicked out of school back in March of 2020, I just really kind of ramped up and was baking all the time for our neighbors. I don't know that we really set out to start up another business. I like to work. I like to be busy. I've been a teacher for 15 years. So we started out just with a tent. It was a 10 by 10 tent. And then the space here in Mason has sat vacant for several years, and it just kind of felt like the the right place to try, and so we just kind of fell right into it. The dog theme in our restaurant, if you're ever in here, we have 3 huge murals of our dogs, but Samson in the middle is our original family pet, and we always just kind of called him Sammy, and then when we went the ice cream sandwich route, we kind of thought like Sammy's as sandwiches, so that's why it's grammatically incorrect on our door. And then all of the menu items are named after either dogs that live with us or that are kind of in our lives, and we've kind of created sandwiches around the personality of the dog.
While most people who have a part-time job don't have to face their employer when they're away from work, junior Zoe Buemiller might sometimes find it awkward that she has to pass her boss when she's walking down the halls of MHS.
I would describe my experience working at Cincy Sammy's. It's like a very casual, low-key job. Like, it's pretty fun. Like, I'm just making ice cream sandwiches, which I feel like everyone likes ice cream, everyone likes cookies, so it's very easy to do. And more specifically, working with Mr. Strudoff, I would say he's very understanding. I feel like it's good that he's a teacher because he understands people have extracurriculars, people have homework, and it's less of this is his only thing, and he's only worried about managing this business.
The business has changed our life by definitely becoming a lot busier and just seeing opportunities to grow and do things that we've never done before. We don't really have plans to take over the world and expand everywhere. We're kind of a one and done place. We feel very much like a mom and pop shop. We really like that feel. This does not feel like work to me. We're really here just to have fun. I mean, obviously the business component of it is important as well, but it's really just nice to have quick interactions with local community and have a lot of fun.
Sometimes this teacher by day, ice cream sandwich maker by night can feel a little overwhelmed by his daily workload. But still, Strudoff has no intention of slowing down anytime soon. This energetic teacher is determined to continue inspiring his students in the classroom and satisfying their sweet tooth in his downtown Mason shop. I'm Ava Hurtalendi, NBC News.
I mean, that was so good. I just had to get myself one.
I mean, you didn't think to get me one too?
I did. I just ate them all.
Well, let's put the cookies away for now, and we'll send it over to Hope Squad with a message.
Can you get me some milk?
Hi guys, my name is Kylie and I'm a member of Hope Squad. If you don't know, Hope Squad is a peer-to-peer suicide prevention and mental health awareness program here at MHS. We spread awareness through events, social media, and supporting our peers throughout the year. If you or someone else needs help, resources are always in reach through our See Something, Say Something posters in every classroom. If you're ever struggling or just need someone to talk to, remember, we are all here to support you.
We're always getting new things added here at the high school, and personally, I think it'd be pretty cool if we had a chocolate fountain in the courtyard. I would ask Gabby what she thinks, but she's out hitting the halls seeing what kind of things you guys want added to the high school.
The students of Mason High School are fortunate to have state-of-the-art science labs, an amazing theater, CAD labs, digital design tools, and so much more to help students optimize their learning experiences. But sometimes kids just need a break. So we asked you, the kids in the hall, what is something we need here at school that is totally academically and educationally irrelevant and unnecessary?
What is something completely just random and useless that you would add to the school?
A water slide.
Would you be okay getting wet at school?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those things in airports where you don't have to walk.
Oh my gosh, Shane, those are my favorite things ever. I totally agree.
I like running on them.
Okay, Bobby Dodd.
Coffee shop.
But we already have the coffee shop.
We already have one?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nap time. Okay, but what time of day would it be at? All day. All day? So no learning? No. Nothing, just yeah.
Like a soft drink bar?
Uh-huh.
We gotta get sodas?
We have a vending machine.
Yeah, but it doesn't work.
We can have recess.
Recess.
Yes! We can have recess.
Oh, wait, why don't You're a genius. I don't know.
Wait, bring it back. Wait, what?
Okay, that's what I want. Wait, recess.
A room full of dogs and cats.
I think that is the best idea anyone's ever come up with.
Thanks, Gabby.
You're so welcome.
Pet celebrations for birthdays, because I want to bring my dog in because he turns 14 in 2 weeks, and I think that could be really fun.
It is my dog's birthday today.
Wow.
So I think that's a fabulous idea because they need to be celebrated. She's at home. Why don't we bring her?
Yeah, you should have. You just gotta have it. Change is made by those who go against the curve.
Inspirational. Thank you.
Slides to the stairs so you can slide down the stairs instead of walking down the stairs.
How would you get up?
Climb up the slide.
A statue of my brother. A statue of my brother.
Oh, God. guys. That's so nice.
Capybaras. Probably like a zoo.
Like a swimming pool in the middle of a pool, buddy. Oh, you guys have a pool?
ATM.
We have a bank.
I know, just like ATM, you can get money out of like.
But we have a bank.
I don't have an account. I don't have a bank.
I think that you should make one.
I don't have money.
Well, that's the first problem.
As you can see, the responses vary from satisfying appetites to helping the sleep deprived. And even though our school administration has always been really good about providing more opportunities for students, we'll have to wait and see if there will be a room full of puppies or a slip and slide showing up in the halls of MHS. I'm Gabby Affatato, NBC News.
What's up, Comet Country? It's a brand new year in Mason sports, and the Comets are in action. When people think of fall sports, some of the first that may come to mind are football, soccer, and volleyball. However, there's a Mason team committed to improving and expanding the reach of their sport. Delaney Cowles has the story.
The Mason Comets water polo team has been making a splash. With a new coaching staff and a group of athletes who have been diving into the action, this year's team is more competitive than ever. Team captains Lauren Nguyen and Andre Kudikoff have watched the team improve every new match. While water polo isn't a new sport here at Mason, it can sometimes be difficult to understand how it's played.
You play water polo, it's kind of like a mix. I like to think of a couple of sports. There's obviously a lot of swimming since you're in the water. It's also a lot like basketball or handball, if you've ever seen that. It's 6-on-6 with a goalie on each team, and you play both offense and defense, so you're swimming around a lot, moving, changing positions, and you're not always playing the same thing the entire game, so it's very high intensity, high action.
The team has improved tremendously this season. Part of the reason for their success is challenging practices and a conditioning regimen led by experienced and accomplished coaching staff.
My biggest goal is for us just to continue improving. It's our first year with new coaching staff, so I just really want to make the most of the opportunity we've been given and really help everyone improve and learn something new this year. Water polo is unlike a lot of other sports in the sense that it is insanely hard to start out. Starting with the sport, the conditioning, and the level of play, it's extremely tough mentally to get through the beginning, and that's why I don't think a lot of water polo doesn't have a super high player retention rate, because most people will show up to the first practice, get absolutely destroyed on the sets that we do, or how much swimming there is, or how much conditioning there is, and they just won't want to play. But water polo has taught me that there's not you can't always reach the end goal without going through the hardships of the beginning.
The team's improved a lot this year because we got a whole new coaching staff, and our coaches this year are really experienced with water polo. The girls' head coach Aria, she played water polo at a top 5 school, and she just has a lot of experience with water polo itself and with coaching, and so I think that's helped us a lot. My biggest goal for this season is to help the team progress, and I think everyone's goal is to win state. I learned a lot from this sport, and I think I can carry the things that I've learned throughout my whole life, just working together and working hard. It's something that has built a lot of character in me, and I think that will carry with me throughout my whole life.
Coming off wins against Princeton and Walnut Hills, the teams are riding a wave of momentum. This growing program looks to continue to work hard in and out of the pool as they try to expose more student athletes to the sport. They also hope to develop their program into one of the best in the state. I'm Delaney Cowles, NBC Sports.
It's awesome to see the growth of more sports emerging onto the scene here at MHS. Mason is lucky to have so many opportunities for athletes. Fencing is a sport where athletes get to show off their swordsmanship skills. Mia Sacker has the story of a senior who is competing on the national stage.
Fencing is an under-recognized sport and one most MHS students don't participate in. However, MHS senior Sam Ganous has taken the next step in his fencing career. Sam competes at national level fencing competitions and practices with former top rates coach Ryan Howell. He is working towards a future in fencing and is always looking for a way to improve.
I like that there's always room to get better, so there's never anything you can't get better at, and there's always an excuse to practice, and competing is really fun. Competing at national events is very intense. There's a lot of really good people that fence on a national level that are my age that have been fencing for a lot longer than me. So going there is kind of intimidating, but it's always good to go and get that experience. The coolest part is getting to see, because it's not just my age group, I get to see like Olympic level fencers at a lot of national tournaments, and watching them fence is really awesome. I started seriously like coming here 3 days a week in 7th grade, so usually around 2 to 3 hours per night. Weeks before I go to competitions, I usually fence longer hours here, and then I try to get to fence my coach as much as I can, because he was top 16 in the nation. There's 3 weapons that you can choose from. There's foil, saber, and epee. I fence foil. Foil, you're hitting with the tip of the blade, so there's a tip that compresses when you hit, and then it sends a signal. I hope to fence in college on either club level or hopefully NCAA level.
With aspirations to continue fencing in the future and make a career out of this delicate technique, Sam's dedication to this intricate form of a combat sport is an outstanding example of what a passion can turn into. I'm Mia Sacker, NBC Sports.
It's so rewarding to see how with hard work and dedication, any passion can turn into someone's future. In a school as big as Mason, it can be hard to find your place in calling. Combining her love for football and encouraging her classmates, freshman Kelly Boyle has stepped into the role as a coach's assistant for the Mason freshman football team. Abby Samuel has the story.
When one door closes, another one opens. That's what it was like for freshman Kelly Boyle. When she didn't make the cheerleading team, Kelly was looking for a way to stay involved. So instead of cheering for the team, she took on a job coaching the team. Kelly has always enjoyed football. Watching games on TV with her dad is one of her favorite things to do. But she wanted to do more than just watch football. She wanted to be involved with the game.
Originally, I didn't make the cheer team because I had been cheering my entire life, and then I didn't make the high school cheer team. So I was trying to find a way to stay involved, and I had a couple friends that were on the team that were like, yo, it would be so cool if you like played. And I was like, I'm not playing football. And then one of my friends was like, do you want me to talk to coach and get you involved? And because I was just trying to find a way to stay involved, because I love football, I love staying involved with Mason. And so I started talking to coach, and then he was like, yeah, that would be great if you could help out.
Kelly has several duties to perform in order to help the coaches and the team prepare for games.
When I'm with the team, I help them get equipment sometimes. I can help the coaches when they're in need of just like equipment or helping the team or getting someone a new helmet, and I can help set up drills. I can help like snap the ball to the players if we're out a center. I help out where is needed. I feel a lot more involved with it and just like the community that Mason football provides. I feel a lot more connected to, I know a lot of the coaches, which are teachers at the school. I know a lot of the players, which are, I am going to see them every day at school. A lot of them are in my classes. It feels like I'm at home when I'm like at the school or at practice, and just being with who I know and who I've like been with for like most of the summer and into the fall.
Kelly has gone from watching the game on the sideline to playing an important role in the success of the team. She gets to see exactly what it takes to get a team ready to perform at a high level on the field.
So since I had always been in cheer, my perspective had been, oh, are we going to win, are we going to lose? But this is really, I can see what's behind the scenes of at practice when we're together as a team, and I see what gets put into the game. So it's a lot more, if we lose, it's what are we going to work on next time so that we can be better? And if we win, it's like, well, we worked so hard this week. What did we do to get us to that point? Versus just, oh, yay, we won, oh, we lost, congratulate the team, and then like be done with it.
Head coach Tony Affatato has been impressed with the impact Kelly has made on the team. He believes she has also been a role model for young women who are looking to step into roles previously dominated by men.
It's been unbelievable. She's revolutionized the freshman program with all her help and her ability to learn so many different aspects of the football program. In the football world and sports industry right now, I think having women a part of it, whether they're CEOs, coaches assistant coaches for the NFL program, whatever that might be, I think the sky's the limit for women. And having a daughter myself, I think about, with Kelly being out here, I am so blessed to have the opportunity, and maybe would just play a small part in maybe what she wants to do in the future. I think that Kelly is a great sports advocate. I think this is something that she could do as a career, and it's been really cool to be a program such as football breaking barriers at Mason High School, having a female coach's assistant and being one of the first programs, I think is really enlightening for other women and females in our school.
I think they're
most rewarding part of being the team manager is just knowing where my place is. And since I didn't make the cheer team, I was kind of like not lost, but I didn't know what I was going to do next. And now that I'm part of the community and just like part of everything, that's kind of like my role. And it's just, I'm with the team all the time. I'm walking with them to classes, and it's just knowing where, like, that I have a place.
When Kelly Boyle decided to accept the position of coach's assistant in the Mason football program, she wasn't planning on being a role model for other young women. In fact, she was just looking for a place to fit in. However, it turns out she's a great example for anyone, male or female, who has been dealt a setback and needs a lesson on how to recover and turn a negative situation into a positive. I'm Abby Samuel, NBC Sports.
That's going to wrap up this edition of NBC Sports. Back to Luke and Gabby at the anchor desk.
Well, I can't believe the first broadcast is already over.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I had a great time.
Well, from everyone in front of and behind the camera, I'm Gabby Affatato.
And I'm Luke Attal. We'll see you next time.